What's going on, my friends? Getting on here. I tell you, I'm hitting the sack early. I am dragging ass from the stuff I had to take for this MRI. Lorazepam, like Ativan. I had to take 2 tablets. I think it was like 2 milligrams. Didn't really phase me, but it's starting to. Like, I need to go to sleep, and I will probably sleep fine until I get up in the morning. But it's just one of those things that I got in there, man, and you started to piss it. You just got to calm down and just breathe, and they're putting you in this thing, and it's like, oh God, I hate it. So this one was a kind of like a donut, more open, bigger, which is fine. It wasn't like you're putting in your tunnel and you can't see any way out. Last one, a couple years ago, I was in. It was like right at my face. It was like I was in a box or something, and it was like, oh God. So, they put my head in this thing, stabilize it in earplugs, and then she puts this looks like a cage over my face. It had this little slit, and I was like, oh, no, that's, ooh, God, can't do that. And one of them was hitting me and holding my chin, the other wasn't, and she goes, we don't have to do that. I'm like, thankfully, no, God, we don't. She goes, I got this thing on the side, and then we just have to stabilize your head. I mean, all good. I just kind of waiting for this stuff to kick in to help relax me. So 30 minutes and they got it done, but I don't know. I know it's mental and it's kind of psychological. You can really psych yourself into that, but it's just the thought of it that kind of, I don't know, it drives me crazy. I can't, I don't know. Based on some experiences in life, I don't like being restrained and closed in like that. No. Don't like that. So anyway, other than that, I've got on there about the cushions again. I've got pretty much figured out on customcushions.com. They do them custom, what I want. And I just got to go ahead and get them ordered. We're going to get the battery charger on here and get that done. And then I believe I'm going to have to get a smaller inverter. I talked about this, and I know about electronics, but I don't know everything. Battery chemistries are a little bit differently, and starting to realize that the inverter I have, I'm not using 3,500 watts, but there's a current pool with this big old honker of an inverter that is anticipating more, and it's the reason why it's probably giving me alerts of low voltage input, or I'm only running a 1,200 watt microwave. Let's see here. Give me the wattage on this puppy. I am running a 1,000 watt microwave. So, 2,000 watt inverter can handle this microwave. Convection oven, on the other hand, I'd probably recommend you put it on shore power. But running this at long terms in an induction cooktop in this van, you got to have shore power. So that's, unless I had 1,000 amp hours of battery and everything set up and just everything good to go, it would be a much different situation. But, overall running the 12 volt AC and all that stuff, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So we're going to figure all that out. And I think we'll be in good shape. I'll use the 3,500 watt inverter for something else when it's useful. It's pretty cool, but I've got this remote for it over here. Probably going to have to replace it with something else, and that's okay. It's par for the course. We can do that. So, little small things. So, 2,000 watt inverter is just fine in this van. My coffee pot doesn't go. I was running it the other day, just my coffee pot. It's like 1,200 watts, and it was giving little beeps on the inverter, but it didn't show like low voltage input, and it wasn't giving my charge controller any flack. There was no warnings on the keypad, so maybe it was just saying, hey, we're cycling up. I'm just barking at you, but it is one of these Chinese-made inverters that get great reviews, and I think that, that's another thing when you do your research on this stuff. Understand your battery bank and what you want to do. If you're really looking to go solid off-grid, you need as much battery bank as you can get. And I'm going to suggest, I love this Ames battery. I really do. I think it's great, but I'd go to Battleborn. I'd get 3 or 4 Battleborn, have about 400 amp hours. I'd have a ideal inverter and just, go that route, because the discharge rate and the different brands of these batteries, I just don't know what they're doing. I mean, I think if I had a 400 amp hours of the battery that I have now, it'd probably be a little bit different, you know, but it's just still doing weird things. It works, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to jinx myself on it, you know. I think Battleborn right now seems to be the best going battery on the market right now. Battleborns are kicking butt. There's another brand, I think they call Relion, that does pretty good, but like I say, you know, it just, you get into bigger setups, you're going to need a lot of solar coming in and a huge battery bank and a really big inverter. Those setups are made for, you know, if you're doing a small, tiny, I would say a cabin, but it'd be a tiny home, you know, which that's kind of on my mind to build a cool tiny home and have a bunch of solar and one of these Victron systems that are really good, that have a massive inverter and has a good charger. It charges the batteries and just a good power system. It's off grid and kind of go that route, and a lot of propane. So we'll figure all that out. But in the meantime, all is going well. I'm dragging butt right now. My apologies. I just need to get some sleep. I'm kind of conking out here a little bit. So, but I go see the surgeon Friday morning. I'll let you guys know how that goes. It's just pretty tough with this neck thing, and I got a funny feeling they're going to say I've got to go through the injections first, and from there, I mean, just gonna have to go through the motions, folks. There's nothing you can do about it. You're dealing with insurance companies. They suck. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, when something cool comes along, you know I'll cut you in, and it will soon, I promise you. Whatever that may be. And I appreciate it. You guys have a great one. We'll see you on the next video. Be cool. Bye.